YouTube, what to do, man? It's your boy Benji, we back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Goodness me, the woman is back. Brittany Renner is demanding more money from child support for her child with PJ Washington, who is an NBA player for the Dallas Mavericks. He recently signed a contract extension worth $90 million, and Brittany Renner wants each and every part of it because she's tried to renege her child support agreement with this dude.
Brittany Renner is seeking $35,000 per month because she's saying that $5.5K per month isn't enough and she's struggling to make ends meet. The fact she's going from 5.5 to 35, she wants some bread for herself. And what a coincidence. She's doing all this after PJ just got the bag. PJ just got 4 years, 90 M. You see what females be doing, bro?
So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just an athlete. They're really done.
Because we got to kind of show these guys the other side of game. And that's why you gracefully bless us with your presence, so they can understand from your point of view how this game is played.
And so basically, the two of them, their relationship ended. They went their separate ways. He put her on, she put him on child support, obviously, and she was not getting the amount of money that she thought she was going to get. I believe she really thought that she was going to come up off of that child support, and that's exactly not what happened. And recently, right before he ended up getting a contract renewal and a huge amount of money in surplus than what he was getting before, the two of them had an argument at their drop-off exchange when he came to get his son, and basically all of their feelings came out to the forefront.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time
Look at granddad.
I'm gonna record this because that's not okay. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up. Actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him. You gonna give him his bag and stuff?
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
And it's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't say that.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my.
If you had one, maybe I would.
I would.
And what the f*** you looking at? Get your ass out my driveway, ho. You don't pay for either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 to that bitch. Get out the car.
After that altercation happened, and after it was obviously publicized that he received a 4-year, $90 million contract extension with the Dallas Mavericks, whereas she was getting, I believe, somewhere around $3,000 a month, now she is getting $5,000 a month. So we're going to go ahead and get into the article. So as you can see here, it says, new court documents TMZ Sports has obtained show NBA star PJ Washington has been ordered to pay Brittany Renner $5,500 a month in child support. The payments as part of a consent order issued in Macomb County, North Carolina, back in November 2024. The docs state Washington additionally was ordered to pay a lump sum of $130,000 to satisfy any and all existing child support accruing prior to the entry of this consent order, as well as for Brittany Renner's attorney's fees.
Dude, did we not watch Brittany Renner walk up here and talk about how she was looking for love and why she's so confused that these dudes would not want to date a baby mother? This is actually crazy. So didn't she go on somebody's podcast talking about she's earning $2,500 a month from child support?
I don't have to work and I have to do all this stuff, but it's like I very much provide for my child. And I'm here right now. My mom is watching my son, and I'm here like doing the damn thing. I'm doing my best. Yeah.
Same, sis.
A lot of people judge that, but it's like when you have to, you can't rely on your child's father to provide for you, so you have to make a way.
Yeah.
So it's like I've never been about money. It's never been about that, but it's like, especially me not getting $200,000, which people always say that, which is like I'd have all my homegirls get pregnant by him if that was
That's
the case.
what was on the tap.
That was what I don't know, for whatever reason that
I don't know
was
why
what
that
was
number, but it
circulated.
was that number.
But it's like I provide for my child.
Yeah.
I get $2,500 a month.
So supposedly she got up there and mentioned that she was getting $2,500 a month. Mentioned that she's self-sufficient. She doesn't need a child's father for anything. Yet now we see the court documents are reporting $5,500. Again, I always like to preface this stuff. We don't know these people. We don't know the intricacies of the situation. All this is just alleged information. But dude, that's crazy. When like the digital footprint is there. I think an argument can be made that things could have transpired since that moment that would have led her to try and ask for more money. But dude, $100,000 plus $2,500 a month, which was now changed to $5,500 a month. Goodness me. Dude, the average American makes like $60,000. She's making that off of child support payments alone. Is it that difficult to raise a child that you can take $5,500 a month to raise the child? In addition to the fact that there's multiple homes, roofs over the child's head. The child's able to ride around in, vehicles. The child's able to travel, eat great food, and do all those other nice things. I'm sure he's not going to no regular school. He's going to be going to a pretty solid school. So I don't know. All you do is you got to be on point, man. This is just be an example for everybody, bro.
The new info came to light this month when Renner filed a notice in Los Angeles County Court so she could continue to collect the money in California, even though the order was entered in North Carolina. In her filing, Renner stated Washington owes $0 in arrears, indicating the Dallas Mavericks hooper has been current on his required payments.
There you go.
There has been, of course, rampant speculation surrounding the monthly child support payments, as some fans believed they were in the $200,000 range. Renner later said during an interview she got $2,500 a month. Washington and Renner began dating after he appeared to shoot his shot at her after she attended one of his games at Kentucky in 2019. They went official in 2020, and in 2021, Washington confirmed they had a baby boy together.
Now, a lot of people made the comments about, oh, she preyed on him. Yeah. Brother, somebody got to be in your ear to say, hey, look, this is a decision that you shouldn't make. Being that these are two consenting adults decided to bring bring a child into this world. I think PJ Washington and Brittany Renner, again, we don't know them and the intricacies of their relationship. We've been able to witness a lot of it unfold online. But at the end of the day, again, I think that we can just use their situation to illustrate a lot of things that people are going through on a day-to-day. I think there are plenty of men and women that are going back and forth about custodial rights or parental rights or, the very least, child support. I think that there is some issue in the courts that allow people to maliciously chase after money in order to maintain or sustain a ridiculous lifestyle on the basis of it being for the kid. Now, granted, I think that this is a minority situation. Like, there's not many people that are going to be able to even think about spending $2,500 a month, let alone $5,500 a month, let alone $35,000 a month, allegedly, on child support. But there's plenty of people who are generating a good portion of their income on child support. And I think that it could be a little bit absorbent because it doesn't take into account any other things that you really are doing for your child. A lot of these things get taken away as, okay, that's just what you're supposed to be doing as a parent. And I think that you should be doing all that you can to afford a child an opportunity to be successful in this world. A child that didn't ask to be here, but a child that you brought here. I think that you should take part of your responsibility to ensure that child is afforded an opportunity to do their best.
Their split, things have hardly been cordial between the two, as they were just seen on camera earlier this month, apparently engaged in a nasty argument while Washington was picking up their child from Renner's home. What a lot of these women and baby mamas forget that they also too have a responsibility to their child. Like, they genuinely believe that if the man and the woman break up, that the man should be 100% financially responsible for taking care of the child, and they should not have any part to play on providing anything for their child. It doesn't work like that. Okay? If you are getting, whether it was $2,500 a month, $3,500 a month, or $5,500 a month for your one son, that is covering all kinds of stuff. That should be covering anything that child needs for the month. Anything that child needs, that should be covering all food that as it pertains to just the child. If child support is used the right way, that should be helping you pay your light bill. That should be helping you transport that child to and from school. That should be paying for daycare. That should be paying for new clothes. That should be paying for new shoes. That should be paying for toys. That is a lot of money for one person, let alone a child, per month. Whether it's $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000. That's a lot of money.
Brittany Renner says $5,000 a month for child support is not enough. She says she needs $35,000 a month, and she's struggling to make ends meet. And she's looking at that PJ Washington contract and thinking she should get part of that. But this is not Brittany Renner support.
Unfortunately, a lot of these women are bitter. They get vindictive. They're nasty. They're upset that things didn't work out. Worse, they see that $90 million contract, being signed, and they realize that they're not getting a piece of that pie.
I think a lot of people would be upset about that, seeing what could have been and the fact that things didn't work out well, you could say, hey, well, look, at the end of the day, part of the responsibility that you brought into this world was this child. And what we're going to do is leverage this child for an opportunity of getting the bacon and securing my life. Which, at the end of the day, the child could have been used as a pawn. There's plenty of people who would have no problem or find no issue with leveraging a child for income, leveraging a child for a lifestyle.
They get so upset over that fact. If things are so bad and you can't handle it and you know, things are so rough as her mom made it seem, why not give him full custody?
$170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Why not give him the opportunity to raise the child, knowing that your child would live maybe a well-off or a better life because they are comfortable and complacent over there?
Now, the argument can be made a bunch of different ways. This dude has all the facilities available to ensure that this child does live a prosperous life. I mean, he's got the money. He can go get teachers, nannies. I'm sure his wife stays at home, the Alicia woman. He has all the opportunities available to ensure that this child is able to live a fruitful life. So why are we just worrying about collecting $5,500 / $35,000 a month to ensure this child is well off? When if you really cared about the child, you would just say, you know what, I think that you should get full custody of this child. Now, obviously, again, this goes back into the reasoning that we don't know these people, but I think an argument can be made in general that if you continue to seek money from this person, why are you doing them when maybe this situation could be better off in this scenario? But again, it can be handled so many different ways. There's two parties at play. One party could say this person is unfit to be a parent, and the other party could say the same thing. So the problem could be that you would prefer to have two parents there, but I would argue that wedging this issue in the middle of y'all doesn't help anybody.
Are you going to do that? No, because if you do that, you no longer have the ability to talk bad about the dad. You no longer have the ability to come in contact
Can be a
with
victim
him and see him face to face and be a part of his life, be affiliated with anything that goes on with him. You no longer can sing, you know, this single mother narrative that a lot of women cling on to.
Single mothers have no value. Okay. It's my preference. I don't want to be the single mom. Okay. We live in a feedback system. I don't need 100 men, 10 men, 5 men.
She's one man.
Choose me. All I have to do is choose myself.
Okay,
and
my fault.
My outer reality will reflect that. Because, baby, I ain't in the business of convincing. And I think these conversations that seem to only happen on social media because, and they don't translate in real life, we're here, but we're not here. I think it's important to, like, separate what's a podcast conversation versus what people actually care about. All the men that have reached out to me as of lately have no children and want several. It's easy to debunk these regurgitated, echoed narratives. A lot of men want to control how other men see women because they don't want them to want you.
I think there's an argument that could be made about the fact that some dudes want to have a lot of people align in their beliefs, yet Brittany Renner, again, I don't think this stuff truly applies to you in the way that you're seeing it. Ma'am, you're Brittany Renner. You're a woman with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. Regardless if you are able to portray yourself looking a certain way online, these dudes seem worse. They see whoever down the road from them that they know since middle school acting the same way. Unfortunately, a lot of dudes see no issue with it. You're also an attractive woman. You seem to, at the very least, be sensible. You seem to be well spoken. You seem to be willing to open yourself up to other opportunities. I can't see why a lot of dudes wouldn't want to choose you. Now, again, I think that the only argument they can make is the way that you carry yourself and things that you are willing to talk about online could be an off-putting to many people. And that could be the person that you're looking for. You're ostracizing yourself to, in regards to the opportunities that are available to you from potential partners. But you're not going to have any shortage of people after you. Again, you're a woman with millions of followers. There's going to be plenty of dudes that are willing to pursue you.
They don't want them to be able to see you. They want you to go put yourself on the clearance rack. Consider the source. There's a difference between high value and high quality. High value is Scar. High quality is Mufasa. I choose me. And everything in my world chooses me too.
And so a lot of women use that. They would rather struggle, be stressed out, do all the above, than to do the thing that would ease their stress or ease their tension, making it better for their child, just because they want to have something to talk about.
It could be that.
Something to diminish, something to nag about, something to be irritated about, and they want to be a part of the single mother club. that we could do battle by ourselves for our kids club. It's crazy. I never forget the video that I did where that woman was, talked about how she was like, no, I gave my child's father full custody because it was too much.
I've never heard someone say this or be open about it, so I guess I'm gonna be the first. Hi, I'm a woman who gave her child to the father to take care of mostly and put myself on child support practically, pretty much. Yeah, I had a baby with like a really good man. Like, he's a great man. Like, he's a great father. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great dad to his kids. And I had a way harder time adjusting to motherhood than anyone I knew. I was like the first out of the people I knew who was like, I don't even know if I can be like a full-time mom and keep my sanity, legit. And so
Life happens, man, but again, it is important that you have some type of discipline. And I think as men and women, because again, the only person that suffers when things go awry is the child. That's the only one that matters here. I mean, as adults, yeah, you might have a bruised ego. Yeah, you might get some feelings hurt. Yeah, you might get emotions tied up into it. But at the end of the day, you're able to walk away from the situation. And while you may be in pain, you continue to trek on forwards. And that's what we hope. The child doesn't have an opportunity to choose.
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. And I'm a great mom now. Like, let's just preface this. I am a great mom, and I'm very active in my child's life. You know what I mean? But I'm like the weekend parent, you know?
Only if more women had that level of maturity and humility to be able to be truthful with themselves and think about what's better for their child and not how they can get all they got from the situation.
Oh my goodness. What do y'all think about this? Avoiding baby mamaism one-on-one should be a 3-credit course for every student athlete. Wicked women using children to live on. Of course, need to crack down on this behavior, and Brittany Renner is a perfect person to make an example out of. Bro said this is child support, not Brittany Renner support. Allegedly, this woman had moved to California and now has a higher cost of living, so she's asking for more money. Honestly, she's going to get the money. I can't knock her for it. Hey, look, let's let me and my child live the best life possible if it's going to be funded. You got to think about it. $35,000 a month, tax-free. There's a lot of people who don't see that per year, let alone a month. It's pretty crazy. He says it's not tax-free because he has to pay tax on $35K. She don't. Child used the baby crying when we picked him up as a reasons reporter. Can't make it up. She about to go fill out another job application with Kevin Gates. Oh my goodness. Supposedly there are like states who are now cracking down on the ruling behind all of this, but we'll see how long that lasts and how far that goes.